All right, welcome back, folks, for the final 9. Gilligan's Islands, driven by Innova, battle in Bertrand County Park. Once again, I'm Dave Brunsting, a tournament director, sitting here with my lovely tournament assistant,
Kyle Wessling.
We're sponsored by, this is put on by Sandridge Disc Golf Club, also sponsored by Couch Twins, and definitely got to give a shout out to Greenbush Brewery for providing us an awesome lunch. And we see the scores here. Corey is just starting to run away with it, the 4-stroke lead. And we're proceeding to hole 13, which is the hardest hole on the court for the tournament. And this is just a tough fairway to hit. Lots of trees, lots of obstacles in the way. It's just really hard to get all the way up to this green here.
Being the longest the longest hole in the course, this also gets even tougher during the tournament because of all the backups. I know my card had to wait about 20 minutes to tee off on this hole.
We're starting off with Courtney here. And I am really jealous of that beard. It's just awesome. Probably helps with his throw, too, I would think. Wow. Got way down there.
And it doesn't look like he was happy with that, so maybe at the end it hit something.
Kind of looks like Zach is throwing a vulture here, possibly, but...
turned over, and then...
yeah, he's going to have a tough up from there. I've got Luke up in the tee pad. Let's see what he does. Rips it. Just a little too far right, I think. He's going to be out of position with this one. This is going to leave himself a pretty tough up shot if he's up on that ridge there, what I think he is. And finishing up with Corey.
Ooh, and this looks turned over way... Hopefully that's a stable disc and comes back.
Get through. Nope, he is.
No,
he is up in the crap on the right. Courtney with the best drive of the bunch, I believe. This should be a nice hyzer approach, which is exactly what he does. Come on, skip up there. Not too bad. Not too bad. So he's going to have a nice easy putt for par there. All right, Luke, let's see what you got here. Flicks around the trees. Nice skip.
That was a great upshot there. There's Corey. Not even sure where he's at on the course.
It's a tough upshot here.
There we are. What a great...
man, it made it through.
What a great shot. And I just want to give a shout out to Corey. He would, during round 1, he did take a 2 on this hole. Very difficult. Only 4 of those on the entire day. Ooh, what a great upshot from... I think that was Courtney.
Oh,
just off with 3.
Here we go with Courtney. Come on, get her in there. Oh, just off the bottom of the basket there.
Notice his putt gets there quite quick. Like, he throws really hard right at the basket.
There you go, Zach. Nice putt. Nice putt.
A 3 on this hole is...
Feels great.
Yeah. It just getting it all the way through. Fantastic way for this hole. Just taking a par on this, you feel like you're taking strokes on the field.
There's only 4 birdies in this hole. Round 1, we had Lee Slickers and Cody Murphey. And then in round 2, we had Cody Lee and Kendall took birdies in that hole.
And Kendall being the only MA3 player to do it, so congrats to him.
That was the hardest hole. Number 14 actually played as the 7th hardest hole on the course. Very straight. Lots of ground play here. Feels like a left to right hole, but really you just want to go straight at the basket. Just make that gap. If you make that gap there, you're actually sitting pretty good for an upshot.
This gap is not very wide. As you see, it's maybe 10, maybe 15 feet wide. And if you're out of that main gap, you're going to get very lucky to get through any other way.
Ooh.
And as you see, throws right to the tree on the right, doesn't get through.
All right, Zach. Get her down the middle, man. And he does. Right down the
Look
middle.
at that.
There you go. Oh!
Look at that. That was an ace run on the way there.
Great shot. All right, Courtney. Oh, doing the same thing. Doing right
Look
at the
that.
basket.
Turnover.
Yeah.
Slides right up.
That's how you do it. Corey, and according to his list here he gave me, looks like he is shooting a light blue Fusion Truth, which is a very good disc for this hole. And he's not happy with it because it's fading out a little much.
See,
It's not terrible.
for the distance here, if you have a not the strongest arm, a lot of people like to go mid-range maybe, and I honestly, because of the gap, I will still throw the putter just to be able to try and get it through that gap easier, more accurate.
Zach coming out with a very nice upshot there. Let's see if Corey can get back on the birdie train. And he does. Nice putt.
And around the tree, too, is a little bit of hyzer. That was not the easiest putt in the world.
Zach's putting with his Luna.
And
Luke cleaning up with the par. I believe this is for birdie for Courtney. There you go. Very nice birdie. Alrighty. Moving on to hole 15. This played as the fourth hardest hole in the course. Kind of a narrow-ish fairway, not terrible. And again, people like to hug that right-hand line, trying to get it to fade back to the left. And that's kind of a risky play. You hit one of those trees, you are going to be in trouble either on the left or the right. You want to just keep it down the middle if you can, if at all possible. You're much better off ending up short of the basket if you're in the middle, rather than off in the woods somewhere. These woods, especially in this hole, are not very forgiving.
there's only about one spot in the woods that's easy, and that's closer to that tree on the end, tucked into the left. As you see, a lot of players like to end up going there, so it's kind of trampled down a little bit.
There you go. That's perfect. That's exactly what I'm talking about. He's in great position for
Slides
birdie
up past
putt.
the tree. A little bit of a tester putt there, but great shot.
He's hugging that right-hand line. Fading around,
What
skip
a nice
up.
skip, and there you go. That's
Perfect.
That's a great way to keep it low there for the skip.
Yeah, I believe Corey is throwing his Star Eagle here, and what an awesome result. That's perfect.
And you see these guys cutting across the tee pad because of the way it's faced, and that's the normal play there. And this looks a little hyzer, like it's going to go in short, and it does. He's still going to have a long look, but...
Not impossible.
And that's actually a decent run. A little short, gets hung up in that bush, but should be able to make it from there. This looks 45, a little bit longer than that, maybe.
Oh!
And just off the top. What a great run that was.
Oh, Courtney. Oh.
Again, the disc comes out of his hand so fast when he putts. I think that's part of the reason that these baskets being mock threes just don't catch that right.
All right, Corey. Back on the birdie train. Here we go. He's starting to run away with it again. Back to a 5-stroke lead on the card. All right, moving on to 16. This plays as the 12th hardest hole on the course. And 16 has these funky trees right in the middle. You can see they've been hit many, many, many times. Don't forget, this course was installed in 1985 by Steady Ed himself. And so this course has a lot of history. It's changed a lot over the years. These fairways have opened up, so I'm sure they were quite a bit narrower when Steady Ed designed it. This hole I tend to like to play a big forehand flex, but you'll see some guys try to do an ante around those trees. Those trees are very problematic there off the tee. Let's see what Corey does.
Ooh, Anheuser. It looks like maybe a turnover flex here.
Very nice, and that was
Sliding
his
right up.
That was his Mako 3 that he threw.
See, I actually like to go straight at it on the right side of those trees. Just let it flip up and float down.
Courtney throwing a Sol there.
Looks like he's trying to do the same thing. Understable, flip up, and just not quite. Going a little off to the left. That tree might be in his way, but he's still about 30 feet away. Gives himself a pretty good look here.
He's throwing his... And
Zach
is throwing...
Luna.
Yeah, throwing his Luna again. Very good choice for this hole. Going right at it.
What a straight disc.
Oh, there you go.
Right past the pole, underneath the basket.
Another great tee shot.
I don't know what this is, but that's actually a pretty disc. Something a little understable, it seems like, because it's floating right towards it, fading out. Looks like he's going to be close to Courtney.
Really, none of these tee shots are very bad. These are all really good tee shots, I think.
The problem is getting caught up on the right side, actually.
Oh, that's tough.
I have to say, we've seen a lot of putts hit the top of the basket and bounce away.
There you go, Luke. All right, he's getting back on the birdie train. There we go.
You can see the wind blowing right there.
Even short little putts makes you wonder with the wind like that. All right, Corey. Still riding that birdie train. Here we go, 17. Shortish hole. Just a gentle left to right. Like to flick my DGA Quake on here. And
with the way Corey's been thrown, I would imagine he's going to throw his Mako 3 again. Same way he threw that last hole. It's very similar. Just the trees in the center are moved off, kind of, and you imagine those trees not there. It's almost the same exact hole. And I'm actually wrong. He's going with the forehand here.
See where this ends up.
It's actually a nice... the
Not
branches
terrible.
caught it and dropped it. And didn't let it go too far in, so he's still going to have a putt because of it. Again, the Luna. And with a little bit of turnover on the shot this time. Sliding right up and fantastic shot.
All right, Luke, let's see what you got here. There's that pretty disc that Kyle likes.
Again, it seems like unstable and looks like this is going to go a little too far right and let it hit.
Ooh, that turned out all right. Not too bad. Skipped out and should have a clear putt. Going with the Sol again. There you go.
Just a little short.
Oh, man. Just not enough. Not enough mustard in that hot dog.
Ooh, a run. It looks like he had a small window to get out there. He ended up closer than it looked like off of his drive.
Oh, Corey.
Just off the cage.
Oh, he's off the birdie train. Just for now, though. Oh.
Just off the top there. It looks like every part of this basket is getting hit, but the inside there. See if Zach can change that. He does. What a great putt. Great birdie. Using the same disc all the way down. And that was...
Just barely in there. But hey, it's in. That's all that matters. There you go.
Not even sure what happened there. I think physics turned off for a second.
If you say so. Sure. Corey, it's expecting apparently. All right, number 18, you got a left to right hand, kind of a funky forehand fight, hyzer line. I like to try to throw a driver, nice wider end driver, so I can get the skip up to the basket. Like to flick it on up there. Some people will Annie, of course.
The high Annie, just because the trees are actually farther up the fairway than the basket is, so you got to kind of try to get it to come back a little bit.
Going with the big Annie route, and I think he is way too far left, out of position there.
And it still looks like he actually got down and is in a not a horrible position.
He did, but I think he's pretty well short. Here, I think this is a good play here.
Oh, what a shot.
Look at that.
You see the wind also fighting the discs that are trying to come back, so that is not favorable to the rolls.
This right to left wind is not helping these guys at all. Get through. Get through. Oof, he made it all the way through. He's parked. Going with the soul again.
Nice high shot.
Okay. Get in there.
No.
Oh!
Not bad. For going so far and getting caught up in the trees, it actually was a pretty good run.
Yeah. Looks like a judge, I think I saw on there on the disc. Nice choice of disc. All right, Courtney. You got this, buddy.
Ooh.
Yeah! Yeah, nice putt.
Not needing the chains.
Oh!
Ooh. That's uncharacteristic for him this round so far.
There
we go.
Par's all right in this hole. It's all right. It's all right. Still got a 6-stroke lead on everybody else. There we go. Par. And Luke's going to tap out with the par here. Courtney with the only birdie on that hole.
Zach waving to the other camera there.
Number 19. This was the second hardest hole on the whole course. And again, all of this pavement is a hazard. So land on the pavement, take a stroke penalty, just play it where the disc lies. All of the grass on either side of the pavement is in bounds.
And even if you kind of see these trees here in a circle, guardians. If you are not in there in your drive, it's going to be very difficult because of the low ceiling coming in. Those branches all hang pretty low. So that kind of gets in your head as well, along with this wind being the only open hole. Here, the wind's going to be really driving at you.
Courtney just ripping it down there.
Looking understable.
Ooh, skip off that.
Looking,
Ooh.
staying in the pavement there, so taking the stroke penalty.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome. Got to have fun at these tournaments. You can't be all wound up and uptight about it. Get out there and have some fun, man. Hey, it's a trophy-only tournament, There's not payouts on the line. It's just amateur-only, trophy-only. Whew. And
good thing for a couple of these players after hitting the pavement quite a few times. Here's Corey. Oh, having to check it too. That wind is just grabbing everybody today.
Yeah, this like I said before in the first round, this played a lot harder than I expected, which is a good thing. All right, Luke, get her up there on the island, and he doesn't. Oh,
all four of our lead card players taking stroke penalties here. For some of these shots, I was surprised not to see a forehand. Just with the wind, throwing something overstable and letting the wind carry it and then fading back into the island. But
All right, Zach. Threw something nice and floaty up there. Don't look too bad.
Ooh, this looks high. And getting past that ceiling. That was a good shot. Maybe a little long. This green is difficult. Even I know I did not take a penalty on this hole, and I still took a 5 just because of the high ceiling or low ceiling there catching me up. That was good. Good putt.
Bogey feels good in this hole. It really does.
Especially after landing in the concrete.
Bogey around. Lots of red on that hole. All right, coming up to our second to last hole. This is the short hole number 20, 159 feet. This plays as the 19th hardest hole, so one of the easiest. And all of that pavement you see in the back there, that is all inbounds. Maybe next year we'll make that out of bounds. I don't know. That seemed kind of tough. Maybe a little too tough, but...
Well, with the low ceiling here, the miss is actually going left too early. So that would be maybe an improvement, so we're making this hole a little bit harder.
Courtney going with the skip. Oh, I love this. Love this play. Oh, man.
Just a little bit long, but looking at the basket.
That's a great look at the basket now. Awesome.
And this looks low right out of his hand. Didn't even want to look at it.
Just disappointed with that shot. Let's see what he's got here. I think he's throwing a peg there. Oh.
Catching the branches. Again, a low ceiling on this hole, making it difficult.
All right, Luke. This needs to fade. No, it's going to be a little long. That's all right. It's got a view of the basket.
Yeah, and that's a good thing about going long on this one. A lot of people, because of the ceiling, think they have to throw overstable and end up actually short. So taking the straight long short.
Look at that upshot. Totally blind. Couldn't see the basket. Just parked it.
Trying to do the same thing right over the corner. And the wind actually helped him out there. You see it blow his disc a little bit closer to the pin.
It was so windy this round. Oof.
Looks like the wind died down. Looked like he was throwing it high for the tailwind to drop it, and that didn't happen.
There you go, Courtney. Nice birdie. Nice birdie. Luke. Ooh. Oh, again. Oh.
You'd almost think he'd be
poor guy.
If he cleaned up that part a little bit this round with these baskets, just giving him a lot of spit outs, he might be a lot closer to the lead here than.
Yeah. Yeah, some of that is just I don't know. Feel like there's some bad luck going on there. All right, moving on to the last hole. This is it. Hole 21 played as the 18th hardest hole in the course, so pretty easy hole, unless you shank it way off to the left and go OB over the pavement or over the walk.
Or also, you can get caught up to the right a little bit easier if the pavement gets in your head.
Mm-hmm. So here we go, Courtney. Let's see what you got, man. I'm going to bet he's throwing his soul again.
Big high Anheuser.
Where did that end up?
And that...
Oh,
like
OB.
we said.
Really?
Here we go. Zach throwing his Luna again. Seems to be his workhorse disc of the round.
Yeah.
Throwing it pretty well. I'm not quite sure where that went.
It wound up short and to the right in the crap. Corey flicking his Sexton Firebird here. That's a great disc choice for this hole. Just power down that driver and let it work its way to the right. All right, Luke. Let's finish strong here, buddy.
Looks a little short, but nah.
Oh, yeah.
And
That's
right
how you
there.
That's how you finish a tournament, right there. Shot like that. Beautiful.
Zach having to go around the tree here.
Ooh.
Almost. I think that actually hit the basket.
Just laying up there. Oh, that was a tough break on that drive. All right, Corey.
Giving the basket a funny face there, just like all the rest of the cameras. Showing everybody love there.
Oh, yeah, having fun with it. Torty with a tough finish there. Luke finishing off with a birdie. And Corey finishing off with a neg 19 overall. Impressive performance. This guy just kind of ran away with it right from the very start. So these are the back nine scores. You can see it was pretty tight. But check this out. Lee Slickers battled back in the second round to come back to place in second place. And John Rogers also battled back for third. I want to give a special thanks to our Patreon supporters, Tim Sylvian and Vince Brosson and Disc Baron. Thank you so much for joining us from beautiful Madeline Bertrand Park. And be sure to look for Sandridge Disc Golf Club to be hosting this event again in 2020.
See you guys next year.